31 days of pleasure. What does that even mean? Like, I thought that we would be having sex every day.
No way.
I feel like
if that case, I don't think we can finish this challenge. So what does 31 days of pleasure mean?
So we decided to partner with Beducated again to try out their 31 days of pleasure challenge. I also saw on Beducated's website, I'm not sure if there was their blog or what, I can't remember, but they have a 31 days of pleasure challenge. Ooh. And so we're already doing a challenge right now. It's meditation and yoga, so we won't be doing it this month, but I feel like we should totally try it for later. And it turns out that the 31 days of pleasure is actually more of a collection of events or things for you to do each day that are pertaining to sex, but also maybe your sexuality and not necessarily having sex every day. With that being said, some of the things that were in this challenge were sex positions, because of course. Some like oral techniques, because duh.
Cunnilingus.
Yes.
Yoni mapping. Yoni gazing.
There were also some discussion-based things such as planning a date or talking about your desires. I felt like the way that this challenge was formatted, it definitely made more sense for us as a couple because it wasn't just having sex. But just having sex isn't a problem, but we just feel like the content that was present here kind of made it easier for us to bond as well.
I think I learned more than just having sex every day for 31 days.
I feel like we would just learn to hate it if we did it. Yeah, if we did it every day.
It became kind of routine.
Yeah.
But we're going to talk about that later.
Benefits from this challenge include improved mood, enhanced intimacy, and sexual confidence. Like we said, this challenge actually worked well for us because it wasn't what we initially thought it was. But we know that we told some of y'all that it would be 31 days of sex. So,
I mean, we mostly had sex.
I mean, yeah, but it wasn't sex every day. So I feel like if you are interested in really knowing what it is like to have sex every day for a month, how many likes?
10K.
10K views?
Yeah, 10K likes.
10K likes?
Yeah.
10?
10K, yeah.
Okay. 10K likes. And we'll give it a try. But it has to be 10K likes, all right? I know that you might want to comment below and let us know that you want to know, because honestly, I'm kind of interested to know too, but that's going to take a lot of energy and there has to be a lot of interest for us. We pretty much went by the book and we either grouped activities on the weekends if the weekdays were too busy or worked on some activities on our own. Because the challenge had many types of events, we were able to plan well to make it fit into our schedule. We did actually do some activities on our own. The challenge actually has quite a few things for you to do, and it doesn't necessarily need to be in a couple, which I think is pretty nice. So you can either do this challenge by yourself, or you can do it with your partner, or you can do it with your partner, but do some of them separately.
But mostly we did together.
For example, we grouped things like kinky date night and temperature play together to make the best of the challenge and to make the best of our night too. It just seems right to, pair some things together rather than do them each just by the day. And I think it makes it more natural too that you're not doing. You got something to say?
No, I was thinking that, what is that? Hot and ice play.
Fire.
No, what you did.
So are you ready tonight?
Yep. Are you ready?
Yes.
So there were some things that I felt like were a little bit more interesting or at least more impactful for me. I'm sure that you had some things as well that you felt like you liked more than others. I personally really like the discussion based because that is a really nice way to come together and talk more about sex. It's different than just doing sex, right? Like you just get in the bed and you're like, all right, like let's just try this out. But when you start having those discussions about like, what do you actually like? And sitting and having a more candid conversation about, I like this, I like that, or I want to try this because maybe it's something you haven't done ever or done with your partner. So you can go ahead and get that ball rolling so that you can try them out later.
Yeah, I also think that was really interesting that you can learn something, not only some sexual. One of the things was they were teaching about open relationships and I had no idea about that. I didn't even know the difference between polyamory and open relationship. Also, yoni gazing is not really having sex. It's actually look into your partner's private part closely.
Feel like admiring it, kind of,
like
right?
respecting.
Yeah.
So it was really interesting. And I think doing that and also doing this challenge made I could feel more closer to you.
Yeah, I would have to agree. Like, I'm not very vocal about what I want or what I want to try. And so this gave me an opportunity to be like, you know what, it's in the challenge, so we have to do it. And it shouldn't have to be that way, right? Like, it shouldn't have to be that it takes a challenge in order for us or anyone to be able to come out with your partner to say, I want to try this. But, you know, it is what it is. And it helped us, you know, like you said, to become a little bit closer. It helped us to become closer, but also be a little bit more open, right? I feel like we are both pretty open people, but there's always room for growth. And I feel like that actually did kind of happen. And one of my favorite things actually was incorporating a vibrator. Not saying that we haven't done it before, but I feel like I forget that it's there. Like, if it's out of sight, out of mind. But then when you reintroduce it, bring it back, you're like, that was really nice. I'm really glad that we decided to
it was
pop that in there.
Actually, it was really better than I expected. I also forgot that you had.
Yeah.
So I even asked you.
Yeah. And I was like, yeah.
Didn't you have that?
Like a good one.
Yeah. And then, yeah, we did. And we
just did our routine, and we just found out that we had vibrator.
Yeah, we did, and we did it with it, and
it was great. It was good. So what kind of things did you really like about it?
One of my favorite thing was prostate massage. Now, I'm not saying I like the getting the prostate massage, but it was really interesting. They're teaching it.
Yeah.
And also open relationships, like things that has mental barrier.
Right.
People, me, prostate massage. Like I heard it's good.
Yeah.
And scientifically too. But I still had mental barrier. By taking the courses, I can be more open-minded.
So in the challenge, it would have something like prostate massage, like, okay, cool. But you had to reference back to Beducated's course in order to really look through it, right?
Yes.
Because I do remember you were watching it, and there's a series of videos,
I was sitting and watching the course from the start to the end.
Yeah. I feel like that's really good, because you shouldn't limit yourself on the kind of pleasure that you could have just because of stigma. Like, if you want to experience it, then you should. But if you don't want to experience it, then you don't have to, of course.
I'm not saying I recommend prostate massage to you. So you should definitely look into it, and you should research.
Right. This course did have all the information that you needed. There was even a part about mental barriers, the mental block that you can have.
Their medical disclaimer, what you gotta do before and while doing it and after.
Very informative.
It was really informative. What did you think we were gonna learn after this challenge before?
So I originally thought that it was mostly sexual based. So I thought that maybe it could bring us together a little bit more, or we could experiment a little bit more. That's what I was initially thinking.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
I looked through the blog and I was reading roughly, and I saw kinky night and prostate massage and lingam massage and every sexual activities. I was kind of afraid to do it because it feels like a lot. Kind of like sex every day.
So what did you feel like you gained after the challenge?
I should have known by its name. It's 31 days of pleasure, not sex.
Right.
So when I had sex since I was young, how can I say? So my entire
just
life.
before.
When I had sex before, I was really focusing on orgasm. Just how to get to that point. But I realized that also made me rush when I had sex.
Yeah, it could.
I was in a hurry because that was my mission. After doing this challenge, it was more pleasure. It's like journey. Every actions, every foreplay, every penetration, every something should be enjoyable and it should be pleasurable.
Yeah.
And also, I know how to initiate sex because before I'm sure you know, mostly I felt shy. I didn't know how to initiate sex. Before, I think I'm still, but I felt shy about sex. Like talking about sex or talking about my feelings like during sex. I felt really shy about that or embarrassed because maybe I feel too comfortable with you. So I feel like besides sexual, I feel more attached to you just mentally. But when we have sex, it's like physically and sexual. That is not usual that we had. Usually we had sex like once a week.
Yeah, not that often, actually. But I agree with you. I feel like through the challenge, we developed more of a connection on our sexual side. So like Jay said, we are pretty much on the same page for just about everything. We're super connected. And not saying that there was a disconnect during sex, but I feel like there could have been more of a connection, like more intimacy, more open-mindedness. And I feel like that's what I got from this challenge. And it came not in the form of just having sex every day, but from, you know, having these practices almost like try this new thing today, try this out, talk about this, like that. Those things were helping us become closer.
Yeah, do it in here, do it in there.
Do it in there, do it outside.
Do it in living room.
Do it at your work.
Kitchen. You have so many rooms, so we have basement, we have garage.
The garage.
We have rooftop, I don't know, somewhere.
Let's go have sex on the roof when it's raining, especially, so we can slip and slide.
Now it's raining.
Let's go. But I do feel like I really enjoyed it. And so I wanted to make sure that we talked about it so that you guys can know as well. Because you can easily go onto Beducated's website, go to their blog post under magazines, I believe, and you can see the challenge as well. It's not like it was something given to us. You can actually do it as well. But we do suggest you to have the courses so that you can reference them more easily.
We're gonna put that link in the description box.
So that you can easily look, see the things that are on there, and you can try them too. Like we said before, you can do this challenge by yourself or do it with your partner. But we do suggest you to do it with your partner because I just feel like, you know, you can just grow that connection. And you don't have to do it every day if you don't want to. You could just do half of it by yourself or half, you know, with your brother partner. If you want to try out the courses so that you can have the courses as well as do the challenge, then make sure to use our code MAJ to get 70% off. And I think it comes down to $95 for the whole year. That's really good. It's less than $8 a month. And the last time that we worked with Beducated, they had a 14-day money-back guarantee. So you would try out the courses, try it 14 days. If you didn't like it, you could get your money back. But now they are offering 24 hours for free so that you can try it for a whole day without needing to pay. And then if you do decide to go ahead and do it, you can go ahead and use our code, for example. And I feel like that's actually perfect. That's the way that I would suggest you to do it. So if you're looking to either discover or rediscover your sexuality, use our code MAJ to get 70% off. And we will leave the links in the description box so that you can see the challenge as well as see Beducated's page for their courses.
If anyone plans to try, let us know.
Because it's interesting to know, like, if anyone does plan to do it. You know, we did do our no sugar challenge and some people did comment and let us know that they have either tried it or they tried it because of us. And so it's really nice to see if people are, you know, interested in even trying it for themselves, not just watching it or watching someone do it.
We're gonna do other monthly challenge too. So if you have any challenge ideas, leave a comment, let us know.
If you like the video,
Like,
If you love the video,
subscribe,
but if you really love the video,
share with your friends.
please.
Thanks for watching.
See you later.